A spokesperson for Jamie Foxx has spoken out. Have they confirmed or denied the rumour that his health condition is down to taking the vax? And what the deuce has legendary rapper Ice Cube got to do with this all? Hey up everyone, it's me, Steph the Alternate, your nerdy alternative, filling in for Andy whilst he's on holiday at the moment. And yeah, let's jump into this because this is taking a very, very bizarre turn when it comes to Jamie Foxx and his health situation. So first up, there were rumours going around that his health condition was down to taking, we'll call this the Bud Light poke, okay, for the YouTube human reviewer out there. And yes, there was a rumour that his health condition was down to having it, but Jamie Foxx's rep has shut that conspiracy down altogether. Now, for those that don't know, there was this conspiracy theory that because he allegedly took the Bud Light poke, that he was left paralyzed and blind. But the spokesperson's turning around and saying that it is completely inaccurate. Now, all his unknown health conditions stemmed from early April. He'd been hospitalised after an unspecified medical complication. Now, there were weeks of speculation because no one was telling the public what was going on. So, of course, there's going to be speculation, right? And then his daughter, Corinne Foxx, shared in a statement that he was out of hospital and recuperating, but again, didn't comment on his health status. Now, TMZ reported that the relatives were spotted visiting him in a Chicago physical rehabilitation facility at the end of last month, but host and gossip columnist AJ Benzer claims to know exactly what happened to Foxx, citing his source as somebody in the room. So this conspiracy theory, okay, that this Bud Light poke caused Jamie Foxx's unknown health issues is down to this person, AJ Benzer. Now, he appeared on the Ask Dr. Drew podcast saying, quote, Jamie had a blood clot in his brain after he got the Bud Light poke. He did not want it, but the movie he was on, he was pressured to get it. The blood clot in the brain caused him at that point to be partially paralyzed and blind. Now, this claim has been fact-checked by Newsweek and it was found to be wholly unverified, but the rumour has still gone viral online with a number of reputable Twitter users actually circulating it. And a spokesperson for Jamie Foxx has now spoken out on the matter, telling NBC in an emailed statement that the claim is absolutely, completely inaccurate. But since Benzer has spoken up about this and started this opinion conspiracy theory, whatever, Jamie Foxx has actually become a figurehead of the anti, let's call it, poke movement, with a number of conservative commentators using the rumours as apparent evidence of their claims about the Bud Light poke. Now, how the deuce has legendary rapper Ice Cube got to do with all of this? Well, he has actually been dragged into it now. And so an Ice Cube interview has resurfaced amid this whole conspiracy theory with Jamie Foxx and the anti-poke situation. So back in around about 2020, 2021, Ice Cube actually claimed that he lost $9 million on a movie role after he refused to get the Bud Light poke. Now, apparently, looking at this article, we know from rumours that Jamie Foxx is in a rehabilitation centre. He is reportedly learning how to walk again. But a resurfaced video of Ice Cube back in 2002, it kind of details how Ice Cube talks about how he refused to get the poke. And this is being used by some anti-pokers in their bid to prove that their theories about Jamie Foxx are right. Yeah, they're making quite a leap there, as as a certain lawyer would say to a certain Prince Harry, we're kind of going into the realms of speculation here, don't you think? But Ice Cube at the time was set to star opposite Jack Black in the Sony movie called Oh Hell No back in 2021. But he stepped down because of the pork mandate in Hollywood at the time. He says, quote, I turned down a movie because I didn't want to get the Boop jab, he said during a November 2022 interview on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. He says again, quote, I turned down $9 million because I didn't want to get the pork. F the pork and F y'all for making me get it. So, I don't know how Hollywood feel right now. The clip was shared to Twitter by a person called Tara Bull, who describes herself as a Twitter Spaces host, and it's received more than 1.2 million views. So this thing's gone viral. And she says, I'd love to interview Ice Cube regarding his decision not to take the Bud Light pork and how he stood his ground against the pressure from Hollywood live on a Twitter Spaces, she wrote on the social media platform. So, yeah, we've got this AJ Benzer dude that's turned round and said, I've got a source inside the room. All of this that's happened to Jamie Foxx, he's paralyzed, he's blind. It's because he took the Bud Light pork, right? No, nothing to back him up. This is an opinion conspiracy theory, whatever, as far as I'm concerned. Newsweek has debunked it, but whatever the case, this Ice Cube interview has resurfaced from a couple of years ago where he's turning around and he's saying, I didn't take the Bud Light pork. And I lost a $9 million movie, this, that, and the other. And somehow he is being dragged into the Jamie Foxx situation. And, all the anti-porkers are turning around and saying, you see, it is because of the anti-pork. It is because of the Bud Light pork that Jamie Foxx is getting all his issues right now, health-wise. We are in the realms of speculation, guys. We are totally in the realms of speculation. It is insane how this is being speculated, first and foremost. But then secondly, how Ice Cube is being dragged into it. They're two separate situations. They're not linked. There is no link whatsoever that is proven. Oh my goodness. Now, we do have a lot of conservative commentators that are speaking out about the whole Jamie Foxx situation and jumping on this particular rumour. So Turning Point USA co-founder Charlie Kirk weighed in, tweeting on June the 1st, those of us who spoke against, let's call this a pork, were attacked in every imaginable way. I'm infuriated a decent person like Jamie Foxx fell victim because a movie set is still dumb enough to mandate their cash cow pork. Now, this is a thing, right? Hollywood's mandatory onset pork protocols did not end until May the 12th, according to Variety. So it is possible that it was mandated that Jamie Foxx was to get the pork in order to be on the set and to have the role, right? It is possible. Responding to Charlie Kirk's post, musician John Rich wrote, Jamie Foxx should sue Pfizer. Oh, that's right, never mind. They have immunity from all damages they've caused. This story is happening all over the country and no one is doing a thing about it. This is the definition of crimes against humanity. Pray for Jamie. And conservative commentator Candice Owens discussed the matter on a podcast, saying that there might be actually some veracity to Benzer's claims, saying, I would say, just using common sense, that if this was my family and a person went out and told a viral lie that I suffered a blood clot in my vein because of the Bud Light pork, we would immediately issue a statement, we would condemn the journalist, and my family would call them a liar and say that it's just none of your business. But they seem remarkably hush-hush about this, and they're choosing to say nothing. So their silence seems as though they're suggesting that there is some veracity to this claim. But this is a thing, right? No! No! It could just easily be that they're not going to confirm or deny anything because to deny something is still confirmation, right? You're still confirming that that is not the case. And the whole point of what Jamie Foxx's family is doing is not saying anything in detail about his health condition whatsoever, right? Because again, to deny something, you're still confirming that something is not the case. And they don't want to confirm anything about Jamie Foxx's health situation whatsoever. The only thing we've got is whatever Ben's is saying here, the spokesperson's turning around and saying, not true, jog on. That's it. That's all we're getting. Now, my goodness, it is insane how Ice Cube is being brought into all of this, but you know what? Enough with my gob. It's now time for your gobs. If you appreciated this video and you want more, believe me, there's gonna be more. Do make sure you subscribe, turn that notification bell to all, like this video, and comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever's on this one. Also, as well, consider joining. Become a Popcorn Planeteer for as little as $5.99 a month and get exclusive videos and content from the man himself, Andy Signore. And if you loved what was coming out of my gob, and why wouldn't you? Because my logic is undeniable. When I could get my teeth back in, then you can find me on my own channel, youtube.com/Steph the Alter Nerd. I am your nerdy alternative to news and pop culture stories, anything to do with the royal family. I'm your lass. With that being said, thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Really appreciate your faces. Here are a couple of other videos that you're probably going to enjoy. So get your clickety click on, clickety click.